Hope everybody's having a great day. My day is just getting started. The weather is looking real swell today. All right. My phone said last night that it was supposed to be warming up over like the next 3 days, which is great in my opinion. You know, oh how I love warm weather. As I looked at my uh, homepage, and a couple things stood out to me. One, it's 81 degrees in South Florida. Oh, I miss the South Florida breeze. All right. The weather there was always just, for the most part, was great. All right. And it taught me how to hustle every day. And when I say hustle, it means grind, work, further my mission in life every day. All right. Here it's a different because of the weather factor and so forth. It's a different type of monster. I get it. Things that you would normally do outside, you got to do inside. Things that you would normally do outside, you got to freeze doing it outside. It is what it is. Another thing that I've seen on my page was a clip article that said Monica Lewinsky, she was shamed publicly and we cheered. Right? I didn't cheer. Right? I was younger when that situation happened. So I might have, made a couple immature jokes and things of that nature, but I never was just like, you know, on somebody's back that I didn't know their story. Not to mention, everybody has a past, right? And people forget that. It's just your past aren't on the scale of her past or other people's actions. Some people cannot handle being shamed in front of one person, let alone the whole world. Now, how strong is she? I spent a lot of time stuck in the office or somebody else's kitchen, somebody else's restaurant, somebody else's something. But I've been working on work. When I got out of somebody else's something, I worked on my something that kept the ball moving and kept me motivated to keep moving forward because I've always had a plan outside of somebody else's plan. But when I was working in somebody else's plan, I gave them 100%. Right? Just because I felt like, regardless, me getting in the practice of giving somebody else 100% is gonna give myself 110%. All right, it's gonna teach me to give myself 110%, giving somebody else 100%. Some people will give somebody else 100% and not give themselves, even won't even give themselves like 100%. Which I don't understand that. If you're working on something, always remember that you have your ultimate goal at the end. So you have to save for yourself and do more for yourself. And it sucks, but you have to do it when your time is limited. Your time is limited and your energy might be a little depleted from giving 100% to somebody else. But as long as you keep chipping away at yourself, then eventually you'll get to wherever you want to be, I believe. All right, so with that being said, I was writing the other day and I said something like, people will eat off your plate and claim they hate or they hate it. People will still eat off, or something like that. People will eat off your plate and claim they hate it. All right, which is a metaphor. I mean, for the most part, meaning that people will hate you, despise you, talk all kind of junk about you, but they will accept your paychecks. All right, which, from a person that, from my standpoint, if I hated somebody, or if somebody hated me and they was eating off of me, that's okay. It's okay to be honest, all right? But give it 100% at what you're doing to get your money from me. As long as you're doing your job, then you can hate me as much as you want. I don't care. At the end of the day. But what I do have a problem is a person uh hating you, talking behind your back, and then being a hypocrite about them receiving money from you. I do have a problem with that. All right. So with that being said, you know, people who have like a business or have money to be able to give to people, that people uh they rely on this money, count on this money, bank on this money. You know what I'm saying? Always expecting this money, always asking this money because they know you have money. Right? They might not love you. They might not love you. They might love what you can do for them. And a lot of people find themselves in that situation where a person doesn't love them. You know, they just love what a person can do for you, and then they tolerate you in order to get whatever they want, or deal with you in order to get what they want. And then they're off with somebody else talking bad behind your back and like, well, I got what I wanted. I got my money, so this, that, and another. Which, as long as you understand this, then that's okay. But see, that's the problem. A lot of people, they don't understand it. They don't comprehend it. They think a person loves them. You know what I'm saying? Just because they keep coming to them, getting stuff from them. But you have to dissect the relationship to totally grasp that. Now, this is another problem with that. There's a lot of good actors in the world. All right, so you have these actors that are acting their tail off that they love you, and then they're juicing you and juicing you in the wrong direction because they only care about your money. So then you have this huge ego because everybody's, saying, loves you for your money. Doesn't love you, but love you for your money. People that love you will tell you what's up. They'll be like, look, yeah, I need 100,000, but guess what? That shirt is ugly on you. Don't wear that shirt ever again. The weather being nice always makes your day a little bit better. If you don't have nothing else to be happy about, you wake up, you mad about something or whatever, look at the small blessing, right? Reality. I live in reality. That's something that I kick around, but not lightly. I try to play kickball with that saying. I live in reality. Right? Reality of it is a lot of things on the internet aren't real. Right? I refuse to dibble dabble with catfishers anymore. I've done it for a long time. Sometimes catfishers are people, prominent people, or people that could change your life. But I feel like they'll understand a person being tired of that. And if they don't, it'll be somebody else that understands that will invest in you if you're doing something that should be invested in, I suppose. All right. Now, with that being said, unexamined biases. People have all these different biases about people. I would never talk to a person that did that. I would never deal with a person that looked like that. I would never, whatever, with a person who doesn't have a bald head. I don't know. There's like plenty of things that people have biases about that are unexamined, in cultures. Like a bias that a lot of people used to say is like judge a person by their shoes. Like if their shoes are dirty, then whatever they conclusion they came up with. And it's just like, look, some people don't care about their shoes. Their shoes serve a purpose to not let them get rocks on their feet and things of that nature, or not have to walk on, razor sharp grass, whatever it may be. Right? These are biases that are ridiculous. You judge a person, if you're going to judge a person, which judging a person, if you're in the religious realm, is not good. All right. There's a saying that says only God can judge me. All right. Now you have to use that quote loosely because, if you find yourself in court, there's going to be plenty of judges that judge you. But people know what I'm saying. Not judging somebody for what you see. If you're going to judge somebody, in my opinion, judge them by their actions. If you're going to judge somebody, judge them by their actions. Not all the times what they say, because sometimes people have to say things that they don't want to say. But you know what? They need their pay. The greatest pleasure is obtained by improving. That's not my words. This is Ben Hogan. He was a pro golfer, or is a pro golfer. I don't know who he is. I got the note from this newsletter that I study that comes from the government. I believe it came out of Harvard, and I've been studying these emails for a long time, like since Florida, for like 7, 8 years. I've been studying these emails. Have a great day.